Welcome to First Pres Maumee. I'm so glad you found your way to this church and to our community. My name's Clint. I'm one of the pastors of this church, and my goal with this video and the ones that follow are to introduce you more fully to the life of this church in the hopes that you might sense a greater call and a greater belonging to this community, that you'll be able to root yourself in our midst and share the joy of serving and worshiping and following Jesus together. You know, we are a church focused on its mission. We've articulated that mission with a unique statement, unique to us. That mission statement is this: that we seek to be the church family, engaging each person to enrich our community for God's glory through Jesus. Our leaders spent a lot of time trying to craft that statement just a few years ago, and it still gives us a means for entering into ministry together and service to our community in very relevant ways. Every time we make decisions in the life of this church, we put up that mission statement and ask, okay, does this decision serve that statement? Does this decision serve our mission? I'm grateful for that new and very relevant statement that gives expression to who we are. I also recognize and value that we are a church that has 200 years of history. We are a church that is part of a larger denomination and a larger movement meant to honor Christ, and there are resources available to us because of that history. One of those resources is something called the 6 great ends of the church. It's an expression that's at the very beginning of our church's constitution. It's an expression that is itself nearly 150 years old. And it's an expression that I think we can use as a framework to help think through who is First Pres Maumee as a church, or at least who are we striving to be. In the upcoming videos, there'll be 6 more. I'll be unpacking each of the 6 great ends of the church, and I'll connect them to different phrases within our mission study in the hopes of articulating in very clear and very practical ways who we are as a church community, so that you can come away from that going, oh, okay, I get it. And now I know how I can be a part of what is happening there at First Pres. So let me give you an example, okay? The first of the 6 great ends of the church is this: that the church exists for the proclamation of the gospel for the salvation of humankind. If we do nothing else, the church must be about proclaiming the gospel of Jesus Christ. What is the gospel? Well, that's the good news. Our mission statement, maybe you noticed, our mission statement ends with the phrase, through Jesus. That is to say, we are a people who recognize that our life together is absolutely dependent upon Jesus. We exist to live out relationship with Jesus, both in an individual way and as a community. That our call, after we have recognized the good news of Jesus Christ and the gospel that has been given to us, our call, among other things, but certainly the primary call, is to proclaim that good news to the world. In the next video, I'll articulate that in clearer ways, so that if you have some question about, do you know who Jesus is? Do you have a relationship with him? Would you know how to proclaim that good news to your family, to your neighbors, to the world? Would you know how to do that? In the next video, I'll show you a very simple illustration that will help you receive it for yourself and offer it to others. In the videos that follow that, I will unpack each of the 6 great ends of the church. I will connect it to our mission statement, and I will give some detailed examples of how both of those give expression to who we are as a church community, so that you'll understand words like elder and deacon and pastor. You'll understand words like session. You'll have a clear sense of why we worship in the way we worship, what our values are there. You'll understand what it means to serve in our community and why this congregation is so passionate about taking the gospel beyond the walls of this place to the Maumee and Greater Toledo area, frankly, to the ends of the world. You'll learn how we are measuring success. And let me tell you, it is not how many people we have on a Sunday morning. It is not how many likes we have on Facebook. And it is not even how much money we get in the offering plate. We have a metric, but it's none of those things. I hope by the end of this video series, again, there'll be 7 of them, that you'll come away going, oh, wow, now I get a sense of who those people are and what that community is all about. And I hope you'll sense God saying, yeah, now root yourself there. Because anytime another comes into our midst, we only grow stronger in service to Christ as we leverage the talents and the abilities and the personality of each person who has been brought into this family of believers. So I'm excited. I hope you are as well. This is just the introductory video. There are 6 more that are coming. And so when you're done with this, look to see if the next one is available to you. If it is, I encourage you to watch it as soon as you can. And when you're all done, make sure you get back in touch with me and give me some sense of God's call on your life, especially as it relates to becoming a full part of this congregation. May God bless you. May God encourage you. May God welcome you more fully into his life and his church.